Oh, it's got 2 nuts on it. Nuts. Well, guys, we've done it again. I've got a problem. I'm telling you, I need to stay off the face spaces. Let me tell you, because it's I've got a problem. I came across this truck and fell in love with it right away. I've been wanting to get a cab over truck for a long time. I'd like an older one, but this will kind of scratch that itch, if you may. But we found a really cool truck. We're going to show it to you here in a minute. Drew's on a limited window. He's got a hot date coming up today, so we got a little bit of time, a very limited amount of time. But here's your little hint for you. How to get a battery for it. So I ordered a battery for a Honda Civic, and this is what they gave me. But we had to get a battery for it. But yeah, come along with us today. We found this truck, and it's a beaut. She's cool. And I think some projects are going to change. We were building Leonidas, the 64 Dodge, that we were putting on a 2500 4x4 frame with a 12 valve Cummins. We were going to cut the frame and weld another frame to the back of it and put a rollback on the whole thing. I think we're scratching all that. I think this is going to be our new tow pig. We're gonna figure it out. But I'm really hoping and thinking and praying and fingers crossed and toes crossed and everything that this is going to work out to be our tow pig. And it is a lot. And when I say a lot, it's a lot beefier than the 12 valve. I mean, the 12 valve is actually my favorite engine, but it's a lot beefier than that frame and everything we got going on. So we'll show you guys the truck. Drew's going to walk you around. I'm going to grab tools out because, well, some people stole the battery and the cables out of this thing, but it was parked in a warehouse for a while. It's in fantastic shape. There's one dent on the thing. It's got a big Caterpillar engine in it, and we're going to see if we can't make that thing hatch into a butterfly and become something beautiful and cool. So come along with us. We're going to try and slap a battery in it. We're at the guy's house that we picked it up from. A really cool cat, really cool dude, and he had some ideas for it, and just it's got to go for him. So we're going to snatch it up. We're going to see if we can get it running here and drive it home. Otherwise, it's going to cost me a lot of money to put this thing on a tow truck because it's not small. I'm not putting a car dolly with this thing. So Drew's going to take you around, go check it out while I'm trying to get this battery and some tools over there. And you can come along with us with what we're doing. And we'll see if we can't get her to bark off here in just a little bit. Yep. Don't cut yourself now. All right. So what's happened here is somebody's come in and decided they like the batteries and the cables a little bit more than everybody else. And listen, if you're gonna steal stuff, like, don't make it a problem for everybody else. Probably don't steal in the first place. That's step number one. But if you're gonna, why damage things? Why break them, man? Come on, be respectful. Be a respectful thief. You know what I mean? Like, just be a respectful thief. That's all I'm asking for. So you can see here, these are our battery cables. Someone came in and just sliced them apart. This thing's obviously not going to bark off if we can't get power to it. So what I did is I picked up some much smaller cables, because that's the way to do this. And because that's all I could find today. We're going to fix it right. Don't worry, we're going to fix it right. We are. This is just to try and get it going. So we're going to go from like double-aught down to like 2 wire. That's the biggest I can get from most Smileys today on short notice. We're gonna see if we can melt those things down, get this thing hot, and playing around with it. So all we can do is play around. I mean, what more is somebody supposed to do, you know? So if we can get some power to it, maybe we can get it to turn over. there's a solenoid on top of these things that typically is what causes them to not start. These are a mechanical engine. This is old school. Doesn't have all the bleep bloops and the electronics and the computers and all that stuff. So we were avoiding all of that, which is great. I don't have to plug something in and go, hey, what's going on here, Bob? It's literally about just getting it juice, getting it power, turning the key. Sometimes you got to bleed them because the fuel goes away, and air is an enemy of the diesel systems. But there's a plunger in there that when you shut your key off, the plunger lifts up and it shuts the fuel off to the system, and that's what stops the truck. And that plunger doesn't seem to be working, is what I'm told. I did see video of him spraying ether down in this thing, and it was running on that. But we're not going to drive the 15 miles home, which is not that far, but 15 miles home. We're not going to do that squirting laughing gas in this thing the whole time, because that's a quick way to grenade an engine. So we're just not going to do that. We're going to try and get underneath here and see if we can't drive it home. That's going to be the goal. So first you got to find out which one's a happy one and which one's a sad one. And then you got to find out which stuff drops on your face and which one doesn't. And then we got to connect it all and make this talk to that battery so that everything can be happy. So all we're trying to do is put a smile on its face. That's it. Just a little smile. And this guy's being kind enough to let me work on the stuff here. So I think what I'm going to first do, might have to pull that little bracket there. Nope. Okay, good. I'm going to separate these out and see what's going to where. Because, well, I can't see. I can't see. Dirty back? Should have brought a flashlight, Drew. Should have brought a flashlight. Oh, look at that. This guy's spot on. I'm telling you, like now I can see down in the hole, you know, sort of. One of these goes to the starter and one of these doesn't. So we got to figure out which one's which so we can, if a guy had a meter, we could do that too. But I think we talked about that the other day. Why make things easier on yourself when you can do them the hard way? Ow. Get my fat fingers down in here. Just feel around. Where does that go? And why? I see the back of the starter right there. Do we want to go backwards with this? Or if he knows which one's which. He had it cranking over before. I can't see the starter, Drew. That's a problem. Oh, there it is. Okay. One of these is not like the other. Oh. It's nice to have a good dirty ground to work on, man. These are not mud or anything like that. Okay. That one goes to that one. That goes right there. Where did these big cables go? That one goes right there. Okay. There's one of them. And the other one somewhere. Shoot. All right. I'll go here. Yeah. I assume that one's a starter. I assume that's the hot one. But you know what assuming does? It makes some people not happy. Why does that go there? Does this have two hot cables going to it? That wouldn't make much sense now, would it? Oh, shoot. Jeez, oh, Pete. All right, so we talked to the guy and asked him, which one did you hook up to before? And my feeling was right. You guys are going to see this and go, oh my God, don't do that. I have to. It's a Saturday. There's not a lot of parts around here. Jiminy Christmas, would you please? So what I'm going to have to do is actually make this cable a little bit thinner for the time being. If I can. Yeah, my monkey paws will get in there and do it. Then we'll do it. By the way, if you haven't heard yet, you're gonna see our new logo. We're pretty excited about it because my daughter hand drew it. Wow. These things are made out of like kryptonite or something, man. My daughter actually drew it on her iPad. She's an amazing artist. She's got a Etsy page she's putting together called Blue Art Designs. And if you like some cool artistic stuff, you should go check it out. Blue, spelled B-L-U, not B-L-U-E like you think. It's just B-L-U. Art Designs. She's a extremely talented artist, and you'll probably see her on this video. I'm gonna try and get her to do, man, gee, big Christmas. You know, this is a lot easier when you're at home and you have tools. But you'll see, I'm probably gonna have her see if she can do some pinstriping for us and let her start learning some of the lost arts in the automotive world that I think are really cool. Man, who needs a gym when you got battery cables like this? Holy crap, polies. So all I can find are these little, what are they called? They're not 2-aught, they're 2.0, I don't know what you call them, connectors. And I gotta just try and make it work. I'm hoping, I'm praying that we can cram some of this wire in here as much as we can into this connector. Sometimes you can just twist them on there. All we gotta do is get juice to it. That's all we gotta do right now, all right? I'm not trying to fix it permanent like. We're just trying to, I forgot a 2x4 too. Just trying to get some juice in here. I brought electrical tape so we can wrap this up so it doesn't arky sparky everywhere. We brought some safety precautions, we did. But we're just gonna try and get this, just try and get some power to it. That's all we're trying to do. So that's what I'm trying to say. This is what I don't know what I'm trying to say. I don't even know. What am I trying to say, Drew?
No idea.
Okay. I don't know either. All right, that's one step. That should be our positive. Ow.
Are you positive?
I'm not positive about anything. Got this handy dandy little anvil, here's, slide this guy up. It'll lock into place. We'll put our little fitting, don't put your finger in there, but we'll put our fitting in there. Give her a couple whacks and that should make everything connect and talk and do the things they're supposed to do. I just want to make sure we're in there as far as we can get in there. We'll just set that guy down here. And what it really comes down to is finding a position. Let's see if we can't make that work. Good enough for government work. That one's gonna be a whole nother animal to get to. But let's get this guy, let's get at least juice. Let's get power first. Because I think I got enough cable that I could probably run a ground somewhere else. And maybe I'd make my ground wire. I'll use a happy wire for the ground. Ow, ow. Man, there is everything to hit your head on around here. I'm telling you. So we've got enough cable to bring it out. We can even put the battery in reverse for the time being if we need to. We just got to be able to connect that. That's all we need is enough to make that go together. That's it, man. We can make other stuff work once we get around that. Man, this cable is not cheap either, let me tell you. Again, I didn't bring all the right tools. Even knowing what I was doing, I should have brought a cutoff wheel or something, man. That would make this a lot easier. But guy's gonna have a hernia doing this. Drew's gonna take me to the hospital here in a minute. These things didn't need so much juice to get going. But they do. This is not a little engine, guys. This is not the little engine that could. This is the big engine that would.
If it could.
If it could. Woodchuck chuck.
Voodoo Monkey.
Voodoo Monkey. Gotta take smaller bites. You know how to eat an elephant, Drew?
One bite at a time.
One bite at a time.
Feet first.
Boy, my hands are going to be feeling really good after this, I'm telling you. Feet first. You'd start at the feet? I don't know, man.
Yeah. By the time you get to the head, it's all soft.
It's all soft. Slurp up the trunk like a piece of spaghetti.
Yep.
Guy's going to break his pliers on here. We're getting there. Bear with me. This is the boring stuff. But you're going to celebrate along with me when we get through this. We did it. Together, we did it. We did this together, guys. This was a team effort. You guys, you know what made this happen? You smashed that like button. If you didn't just smash that like button right now, it wouldn't have worked. I'm telling you. I know. I've seen these things before. This is a quick way to the hospital. Using the right tools to do the wrong job. Look at that beautiful copper right there. All right, we need another one of those fittings. Ow, another thing hitting the head. Okay. Now these are supposed to fit on here. Not. I love these guys, man. I really do. They say, oh, that'll fit. Well, we got the biggest ones they had. We just need to get as much of this on there as we can, okay? That's the goal. Just get as much as possible in the hole is the goal. We get electrical tape, we can smash it all and redo things later, okay? Just later, not right now. Later. Could make my life a little bit easier, couldn't I, Drew?
Yeah.
This cable's not connected to anything. I'm acting like it's connected. Ow. Dang it! We need an owl meter. That wasn't loud. All right. Like I said, make sure you put your fingers in there. That's the right way to do it. And then bend that really good. That's the right way to do that. I know, you don't want to go in there because there's all the wire in the way. I understand. I wouldn't want to either. But I need all the wire I can get. Okay? So work with me here. Ready for some noise? Me too. I don't know if I was as ready as you were. That was loud. I think my other problem, Drew, is I only brought one bolt. But we're going to remedy that somehow. What I'm going to do is throw that on the ground. So for right now, because I don't have the right tools, they do make unions for this. I'll probably end up building an entirely new cable. Actually, not probably. I will. We'll build a whole new cable for this. But for the time being, we just need these two guys to talk to each other. That's all we need. I'm going to smash that back down flat because, well, custom fabrication. It's my truck. I can hit it. I've already bought it. Don't yell at me. We're just gonna make some noise in this guy's backyard. Give me that back. All right. Happy cable is happy. Now for a sad cable. What I'd like to do see if somehow, just maybe, I can get to that. But I don't know if the one I have, the eyelet's big enough. This is a bigger cable than I thought. Can't. Oh, are we gonna get stuck? Oh, almost. All right, we gotta figure that out. How are we gonna get that to that so it goes from there to wherever? What do you think? I'm waiting. If you got ideas, Drew's got places to go. I'm waiting on you guys. All right, fine, I'll just do it. I'll do it all by myself. I'll figure it out. All right, can I get to it from here? Ooh, oh, that's in the way. Don't rip that off. That'll create another problem. Can I get to it right? There's a little peephole. There's a peephole, I sees it. Oh, I think I see where we gotta get. I think. But it's getting there. Holy. No, that's not it. You guys ever, where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Thought maybe you guys left me for a minute. Do you guys ever work on stuff in Braille? You know what I mean? Like when you're completely blind, you just can't see anything. Your arms are getting stuck. There's shields in your way because they want to protect stuff from things. I think that's the cable. Oh, dang. And that's a big one. So is that... We're gonna guess. I don't know what we're guessing, but we're guessing something. See, 2 cables going to that. No, I don't know. If I can get one on there, that would sure make things happen. Oh, it's got 2 nuts on it. Nuts. Okay. Don't hit your head. We're gonna hope and pray that we have the tools here for this thing. Because I can see it. I can see clearly now that socket's right. Okay, so there's that. Do I have enough extensions to get up out of the way? I think I do. I think I do. I think a little short extension can get underneath that thing. I might even get it from right here, depending on how tight that bolt is. We're gonna find out right now, aren't we? I'm gonna get knocked out by the end of this. I really think I am. I'm not laying on the ground blacked out by the end of this. We didn't do it right. Okay, fat fingers, don't fail me now. Don't fail me now. Oh, come on. Just there's wires and stuff. I just got done saying how much easier it is to work on this stuff, didn't I? And this has proven me to be a liar. Oh, you're right there. Son of a, okay. I don't need the light. I can see what I'm doing. Shh. Maybe if we whisper. Maybe she's a quiet one. She doesn't like being yelled at. I don't like being yelled at. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Please come loose. Please come loose. Please come loose. We don't need both of them. We just need one. I just need one of those to come off. That's all the guy needs. Oh! Did you feel that? Did you feel that? I did. Okay, clicky, clicky. Let's go. Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right. All right. She likes to be whispered. She likes to be whispered to. Shh. It's okay. It's okay. I got you. We got you. You're okay. I know. This is exciting. Oh, stuck. Help. You know how to catch a raccoon? Do you, Joe?
I'm sure there's plenty of ways, but I'm sure you're going to tell me to.
You know, if you put a box, something that they can't move, and you put a hole in there just big enough for them to get their paws crammed in there, and put something in there they really want, they'll reach in there and grab a hold of that thing, and then when they're made a fist because they're holding on to it, they can't get it out. And they try and they try and they try, but they don't think, well, maybe if I just let go of it, I can get my paw back out. Because they're stubborn little brats. It's about what just happened to me. I'm not saying I'm stubborn, but I might be stubborn. I don't know if we have a fitting big enough for this. We're gonna find out. We did get 2 different ones. We'll see if it's gonna fit. I don't think it will. That's not gonna work. Plan B. We got this. Plan B, in effect. Here we go. Back into the monkey paws. We go. And back up out of the way wire. I'm coming. We're trying to fix you, okay? That's all we're trying to do is just fix you. We're not trying to get angry at you. Not trying to hurt you, I promise. We're trying to just fix you. Give you another life. Give you something to do. Get you out there running and jogging everywhere, having a good time. Hanging out with the guys. This is where we break a knuckle. All you other guys that are mechanics out there know that. It's about finger positioning. I don't have to see what I'm doing. I really don't. See? Look, my eyes are closed. Does that make me cool? Nope. Here's another bolt. If we had an eyelet big enough, I would just make our own cable. But in order for electricity to work, you need a happy cable and you need a sad cable. And well, this sad cable. Oh, why are you just not coming off of there? What's holding you up? I don't understand. I don't know. Something. Maybe I do need to see. Something's holding that guy on there. I don't really want to pull the whole starter to do this. I just don't need that. Pulling the whole starter just, well, on these, they're not fun. I mean, I'm telling you, the stud in here is like that long. And there's no extra cable. All right. We need another plan. We gotta figure out how to make this work. I don't know what that plan is, Joe. Because I can tell you right now, this guy, or girl, maybe if fitting's a girl, I don't judge. It's not fitting. It's not gonna go on there. I wish you guys could see what I'm doing, but you can't because, well, maybe I just don't want to share. Still waiting on ideas. I'm about out. About out of ideas. I know. Brandon, if you just did this, that, and the other thing, I get it. If I just. But pulling that starter is not fun for anyone. And then you got to put it back in. And that thing weighs more than a small block Chevy. And quite honestly, I'm looking at it. There's no room. So plan B is to figure out how to get it crammed onto this cable down here. And you saw how much I struggled with the first one. Again, if you're gonna steal stuff, please be friendly about it. But don't steal. Just don't do it in the first place. Then you go cut cables like this where you just make it difficult for everybody to do what they need to do. I don't understand why that's so. I mean, it's when I say it's crammed in there, it's no joke. Oh, there's a piece of wire in my knee. Even if I got this one to move, it's just not going to do it. What was that, George Bush? Not going to do it. Isn't that George Bush? I think so. Okay, we're going to have to find a different option. My feeling is I know the ground should go to the starter. I wonder if we pull that one of these starter bolts out, can I just reroute it to somewhere else? We're on plan like J. Problem is these are 12 point starter bolts. Am I bleeding? I am. I'll be old man skin. It doesn't take much to get this old man to bleed now. That's 12 point. I don't have 12 point with me. And it's a 12 point. It's like a 3/4 12 point. 6 points just aren't going to work on that. I'll tell you that right now. Right now. Is there another thing I can hook to? Should we just hook it up to the positive? I don't think that's a good idea. Spot on the block I can grab? Something? Just twisty tie them together? And put a zip tie? I mean, you got to think that if we get it connected to the block, that it should work. Man, that's what happens when you cram your arms into places. Bleeding everywhere. I wonder if I just connect it to one of these exhaust manifold bolts. That should be connected to the block pretty well. You'd like to think. Of course, those are the ones that always like to break when you pull them out. And those are the only ones I see. That bolt's gonna be too big. It's like Goldilocks. That one's too big. That one's too small. That one was just right. And everything else is just so dirty. Dirty. Oh, I do see a PTO plate on the side of this. That's exciting. That's helpful. So this is an automatic. The automatic units. And it's good to have a PTO plate because that means that we can hopefully recycle the PTO that we have and reuse that. You can tell nobody's had the exhaust manifolds off. Their tabs are all bent over still. It's been on there for 9,000 years. But so I think it's gonna be our best bet. Because what tool do we use to get it off of there? The wrong one, of course. Because why use the right one? Just gotta get a little bend on it. There we go. You didn't see this, okay? You didn't just see that. That's not something that happened. And that is, I probably picked the hardest one to get to. I thought I still had it, Drew. Apparently I don't. Let's see. Let's see if this comes off nice. Ooh, we got movement. I know this isn't the right way to do it. I get it. I'm aware, but we're in a little bit of a situation here, trying to make things happen. But I think the eyelet's going to fit on that bolt. I can verify, like by doing that. And I think, I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think if I just get a ground there, it's all bolted to the starter. Yes, it's better on the starter. It'll work more better that way. But I think we'll be okay. I think it'll at least help us get juice to where we need the juice. You know what I'm saying? Just need to get the juice to where it needs to go. That's all we need. I'd like 12 more of them. Did I not? Oh, it's on the. You left it on. You left it over here, Drew. You left it.
I was hiding it.
Why? Why are you doing that to me?
I don't know. It seemed like a horrible idea.
I think it's a great idea. You know, these are supposed to fit this cable, and I don't know what happens when they're supposed to. They usually don't. Oh, my hands are cramping. Just go on. Why? For the love of all. So these steel, or not steel, but braided cables, they're in a twist. So a lot of times when you're trying to do silly stuff, you can twist them on. Takes a little bit of manpower and some patience sometimes. We're just, oh geez, I meant to do that. Well, I'll be hooked. All right. Now what we're hoping, if we did things right, or even if we did them wrong, it might work. I'm gonna need you guys to cross your fingers for this one, and your toes, and everything else, because we're doing this completely wrong. But if it works, is it really wrong?
Probably still wrong.
Probably. Oh, jeez. And that's fat fingers. I meant to bring my little cordless impact gun. I also meant to bring a wire brush so I can clean stuff like that. It's not going. Where is it? Nope. Just go back. Try to put you home. Oh man. Was this the big mistake of the day? Just fighting a cable and a bolt and a thing and a whatnot. 4 brackets. It feels like it wants to start. Why? You came out. Remember when I told you, Drew, this will only take about 5 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Little did I know. I already know how we're doing on time.
It's past time.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, then we need to go. I might have to come back and work on this. I don't want to make you late for your date. There's no one of those rhymes. We're going to do the best we can. Drew's got to go. And I don't want to make him late for his date. And we're going to do our best. We're going to try and get a tripod set up. We got a little mini tripod. I'll try and keep you guys along with this as best as I can with what I got. But we're going to chase these threads real quick, see if we can't put it together and get this bolt back in there. And we'll catch you guys just in a minute. Let me work through this real quick.